Here are 3 huge lies that real estate agent coaches and gurus are telling you. Number 1, you have to work really hard. Let me tell you a story. When I first got into real estate, I was an attorney, and I left being an attorney to be a real estate agent and broker. And I remember I didn't really know what to do. How do you even build a real estate agent business? I had no clue. And so I went to this free coaching seminar and event, and the dude got up on stage, and the first thing he said was, if you want to be successful in real estate, you got to get up super early, you got to work so hard, and you got to go to bed late and work all the time and nothing but real estate, and you got to go knock on doors, and you got to call expired listings and all these other things, and you got to be the hardest working guy and all this stuff. And man, I just said,
well, that doesn't sound like a lot of fun. I don't want to do that.
And ever since then, whenever I hear the terms work hard, I always chuckle because I would prefer to work smart. There's always a couple different ways to do things. You know, you could work hard, you could work smart, you could be more efficient. Yes, you do need to put in work. You do need to, of course, learn things and understand things like, you know, your dialogues or your scripts or, you know, how to run a business and all this stuff. But if you follow the right steps, then you don't really need to quote unquote work that hard. Additionally, the beautiful thing about real estate is that you can actually set up your business however you want. That's what real estate allows you to do. You can do the fun stuff and you can outsource and delegate the stuff that you don't want to do. In fact, if you've set up your real estate business properly, you should only be doing the money-making activities that you like to do. Negotiating contracts, meeting with clients and having a good time, showing properties, right? Signing up clients to listings and buyer agreements, and all of these other fun things that you probably got into real estate to do. Now, the stuff that's not fun that most people don't like, of course, paperwork and administration, you can outsource that. You know, getting clients or client attraction, now that could not be fun, but it can also be something that you build that is a great system if you do it properly, and there are ways to do that. By the way, guys, if you're getting value from this video and you like what you're seeing, this is a newer channel, I'd really appreciate a favor if you could hit that like button down below and also subscribe to the channel. That way YouTube will push this out to more people, show it to more people, and hopefully more people will see the value and the message that I'm putting out here. So that is number 1, work hard. Do you really have to work hard? Not like everyone tells you, if you do it the right way and you follow the right system. All right, along the same note, number 2, huge lie and myth that you're always told is that you have to prospect all day long. By the way, I really hate that word prospect. I don't like lead generation. And the reason I don't like those things is, man, they just don't sound good. I mean, I didn't get into real estate to prospect. That sounds like something you do when you're mining for gold. I didn't get into real estate to lead generate. I mean, that sounds like I'm, you know, doing something in a mine again or something like that. Those are not things that I want to do. And also, they don't sound like fun to the ultimate client. I mean, if I'm a client and you had to generate for me as a lead, I mean, that just doesn't sound good at all. So when people say you need to prospect all day long, I also say bullshit to that. And the answer, the right thing to do in your business as a real estate agent, the right way to set up your business, is to create a system of client attraction that actually attracts clients into your business and generates clients into your business all day long on autopilot. Now, you might be asking, okay, how do you do that? What's the right system? How do you create that in your business? Well, the thing is, you first have to switch your mindset from I'm going out to generate leads to I'm creating something where my ideal clients are attracted to me. And there's a couple steps to this. Number 1 is you have to know who your ideal client is. You want to narrow your focus and you want to go small rather than big. Most real estate agents go big. They go, hey, I'll help anyone, anywhere, anytime. That is the wrong approach. What you actually want to do is go small and go narrow and say, hey, here's my ideal client, demographic, socioeconomic, location, whatever that might be, type of client. Because the smaller you go and the more you narrow down your niche and your focus, the more you're actually going to find that person. So you got to identify who your ideal client is. Number 2, you got to identify where are they? What are they doing? What social platforms are they on? Where do they hang out? What are they doing? Funny story for you is I once asked a luxury real estate agent, hey, I really want to sell more expensive homes. I want to sell luxury homes. How do I do it? And he was an agent in my area that sold a lot of really expensive properties. And you want to know what his answer was? Hey, Danny, hang out with more rich people. If you hang out with more rich people, you're going to sell more expensive homes. And so that really is the key right there. So once you know who your ideal client is and where they are, now the answer is just create a system to attract those people into your business. I'm going to share with you what I did. When I actively sold real estate, I had a passion for golf. And so what I learned is that, hey, I like working with people that I meet on the golf course. These are people that have the same interests. You know, they're buying usually more expensive properties. I like that. And they're fun to work with. You know, they're sophisticated people, a lot of times professionals, and that's who I enjoy helping. And so what I did is I just set up my schedule to go play golf all the time. Now, it was not only a lot of fun, but I got a lot of clients. I got a lot of referrals. So that was my system. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be complex. It could be nice and easy, but that was my system to attract those types of clients into my business. That can look however you want it to look, and that again is the beauty of real estate. The number 3 lie that you're being told by all the online gurus and coaches and all these people in the real estate space is that you have to build a team. You have to build a big business. That, my friends, is a lie. In fact, you can have an amazing 7-figure real estate agent business with 0 employees. How do I know? Because I've done it. 0 employees. And the way to do that really is, number 1, you have to identify what type of business you actually want. This is going to be different for everyone. Some of you watching this, you might want a huge team, and that's fine. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a lie that that's what you need to do in order to have an amazing business, because you don't. And so the first thing to do is you really want to identify what kind of business do you actually want to have. Do you want to just be a solo agent? That's okay. A lot of people do that. Do you want to be a solo agent with a little bit of leverage? Maybe you add a transaction coordinator or an outsourced assistant. In fact, one more shameless plug. I'm a part of a transaction coordinator company that provides amazing service for exactly this reason, called ExactTC. The links are below if you want to see what that's all about and even work with us. But we provide concierge level TC service to agents. So once you get that deal under contract, you don't have to do anything else. So you could outsource a lot of these things and not have a huge overhead or huge headaches or any of this kind of stuff. The number 3 kind of business, of course, is kind of that enterprise business where you're going to have a lot of team members, maybe buyer's agents and listing agents. Maybe you build your own team or your brokerage or whatever that looks like for you. And then you're really more in a management and leadership role. None of those things are bad. None of those things are good. It's all about what you want. And so the lie is that you have to build a team. Well, you can, but you need to first determine what is it that you want out of the real estate business. Begin with the end in mind, as my friend Emmitt Smith said on his inauguration address when he got into the Hall of Fame for the Cowboys. Begin with the end in mind, and then build your plan and your system around getting to where you want to go. That is really the right way to do it. And by the way, if I had to start all over again and I wanted to build $1 million business and I didn't know where to start or the system or the plan to use to get there, I would watch this video right over here that shares exactly what you need to do.